Oh, hey, look at that.
All right, we're live. So let's see if I can get through this without 14 interruptions. So
Don't
right.
challenge us.
I'm just saying. Welcome back, everybody. It is a beautiful Tuesday night. Back here with Drinks and Toys. I am joined
Not
by...
Weezy, it's me.
There it is. There it fucking is. No, fuck it. Johnny, you're here, I assume, because I hear you.
Yeah,
and
you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take over here. Hi, I'm Johnny. Today is Tony's birthday. Round of applause, everyone.
There's nobody watching right now and nobody cares.
Hey, that's not true. Your mom is watching. She cares.
She might be watching.
Mama Shellhead, we love you.
She might be watching. Wheeze.
Oh, I'm allowed to talk now?
Yes. When you are acknowledged, you are allowed to speak.
Johnny kind of took my whole gimmick, so just very Disney Channel of him to take away the Ginger's job. So thank you for that. I'm good though. Good. Thanks for having me.
Psycho.
Listen, this is probably the best introduction we've had in the several months that we have been meeting together to have these discussions. So I'm definitely for it. This is an exciting moment.
So, welcome back, everybody. And yes, as it's been mentioned already, it is my birthday. I am a ripe old age of 45. So, I like to say that this is an original thought, but it's not, and it's from Louis C.K. And so either I am halfway through a great life or almost done with a really shitty one. It's hard to say. But in either case,
you were going to pull your dick out, so
nope,
we're good.
I was not. That is a whole nother show. But yeah,
I'm going to need an adult for that.
I hope so, because
he said Louis C.K. I didn't know where he was going. All right, like that man's got a rep.
So yeah, so I'm glad we started early. I didn't want to, I don't like the 9 o'clock times. I know it's hard for everybody to make it any earlier, but 9 o'clock really just fucking takes me out. But
you're fucking old. That's why you old.
100%. But I want to. We were kind of like just 2 seconds ago. We were kind of chatting about it, and I was actually. I'm gonna wait until some people get on because I think it's a topic that is gonna take off and could take off if we have enough traffic. I will say, last Collector's Hideout, in like 35 minutes, there was like 8 or 9 people.
We had 11 people max.
That's crazy, man. I mean, not to be funny, but that's crazy that they came on so quickly. So, I don't know what the difference was there because we both simultaneously stream.
So,
I'm wondering, where did that traffic come from? Was it just a rando or?
Well, we had some randos, but a couple of them were connections of psychos that he told them about the show, and they watched and let their friends know to watch because specifically the topic was about video games, and they were all a bunch of video game fans. So they wanted to pipe in and watch on that.
Okay, I mean that's good. It was good traffic, and it was good for sure good interaction. So I was all about it, man. That was cool. But I logged off when I needed to. I knew better
until the liquid courage started getting you.
Right. And then I understood the courage was going to get too courageous and it was time for me to go. So, but, yeah, so excited, man. We, Johnny and I've got a long drive. We've got Toylanta this week. Encourage anybody and everybody, man, if you're watching this, and you want to go see a good show, everything I've seen, all the reviews show that it's going to be awesome. A lot of cool things to look at, a lot of cool purchases to be made. I really hope it is as successful as I feel like it's going to be. I've definitely been having anxiety over it. I don't know why, but looking forward to it. Hope it's good. Honestly, can't wait for it to take off and for it to be a thing. So, again, hopefully it's just a really, really good show, but we shall fucking see.
I hope you guys have a good show. The last time you went to RetroCon, I sent you guys pictures of shit to look for, and nobody fucking responded. So either you guys were too busy, or you just didn't give a shit about me. But I'm gonna do it again. So while you're there, if you see some shit, I need some shit.
I'm gonna go with both. No, we'll probably.
I'll be honest. Retro was busy. It was insane. The room sales, it was crazy.
I have a feeling you guys are going to be busier. From the videos I've seen of like Toylanta and their setup and what goes on, you're probably going to be busier.
So with Retro, we walked around the show twice, maybe 3 times, but once you were locked into your room and room sales were going on, you couldn't leave. There was people coming in like every couple minutes,
Of course.
And each night we're up past midnight because there's people still trying to get in.
That's right. I forgot you guys are old as shit. You can't fucking stay up.
Bro, when you're trying to go to bed.
I'm sitting there trying to close the door and there's people walking up. You got stuff, and I'm not leaving money at the table.
Right.
So I'm like,
then don't close the door.
You're drunk. You're buying. Come in, buddy.
Dude, I had a dude who was up to my nipple, and I'm closing the door, and he goes whoop underneath me. I'm like, it's like a cat got in the house, and then I had to wait for this guy to walk around the room, not buy anything, and then turn around and leave. In any case, he's no longer with us. I don't mean that in a weird way, but maybe I do.
I'm so confused.
God rest him. I don't know.
Wait, so what kind of things are you looking? Are you wanting us
I assume Alien.
Out of curiosity.
Alien.
I have
Aliens.
Go ahead, Chris.
Kenner Alien stuff. The last. So I found somebody I know, somebody from our group, from our Florida Collector group. He posted up a picture in another toy group of a vehicle that was made to be an Aliens vehicle for the Kenner line, but it never got released. But it got released as a VR Trooper vehicle instead.
Oh,
so I kind of want to get that. And I've seen the pictures of the Alien one. I kind of want to get that and then customize it to be the Alien one. And people have like the boxes and like you can show like the pictures of the box and everything. And I found a guy recently who makes like video game boxes for like all the old N64, Nintendo. Like he makes actual boxes for them, cardboard cut
boxes, or you're talking about like the boxes that they came in.
The boxes they came in.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just a normal cardboard box they came in, but he remakes those so you can have that part of your collection. So I'm gonna get the images. I'm gonna reach out to him, see if he can make the Aliens vehicle box for me. I'm gonna try to have VR. So it's the one on the top row, all the Pruis jet,
all the way on the right.
The Pursuit jet.
Yeah, Pursuit. That's safer. I can't. It's low. Pursuit. Yeah.
Wear some glasses.
Can you see it now?
Or Tony can show a bigger fucking screen. Yeah, that thing. So apparently that was originally supposed to be a Aliens vehicle.
So I would have said
a mini dropship. But so I'm thinking I'm gonna get one of those and customize the shit out of it to be the Aliens one.
That's kind of cool. All right.
I'm looking for a couple of things. Some of the Batman stuff you guys already know about, but I wouldn't buy any of that stuff right now. But if you do, the one thing I'm really looking for is a Hot Toys figure.
He's nuts. Oh.
No, I don't need to look for those. I got them. I know where they are. Anyhow.
You have my nuts?
No, my nuts. I'm looking for a Hot Toys figure. It's the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man from Spider-Man No Way Home. Okay. They call it the Amazing Spider-Man on the box. It's all it says. And I'll send you pictures of it. But if you find that one, I'm sorry.
I have the carded one.
No, I'm talking about the Hot Toys one.
Talking about the Hot Toys.
Hot Toys.
Yeah, because
could you imagine if Hot Toys came on cards?
Some of them,
some fucking rip them open, a big ass bubble.
Some of them have, but I have the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and the Tom Holland Spider-Man from that movie, and they have the pointed fingers, so you could do the meme. And my wife set those up in the case, and she wanted me to get the Andrew Garfield one for the last one, but even though I signed up to buy it, my pre-order was canceled because it got waitlisted. And then I have not been able to find one anywhere at a reasonable price. So if you guys find one at a reasonable price, I would absolutely be interested in that.
What do you mean by reasonable price? Because
$600.
That could be a difference of opinion.
Yeah. So, I mean, it came out around, I think it came out 2 years ago, and it was $200 and something. I'll look up the exact price.
So
I was seeing it for like $600, which I'm not going to pay. I would
So-
pay, I would pay around 300 maybe, but I'm not going way over, right? Like I just can't afford to do that.
So
So-
Psycho, I've known him a long time, and he's one of those people. He's like, "Hey, I could have gotten that thing for $10 15 years ago. I want that thing for $10 today." Like,
No,
he does not want to pay
that's not
value as it goes up.
Yo.
Like, he still wants the
That's-
normal retail price.
If it's
That's
if
funny.
it's-
Tony and I were talking about that the other day about how there's when you see something on sale or there was at a set price, and you have those shoppers that are like, I don't care, what today's price is. I want it at that price that I saw it at, or I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah, so I whatever Chris says, that's not how it is. It's really not. I will pay fair market. I will pay fair market value. But if something came out a year ago, and all of a sudden it's like 4 times, I'm not doing that. There's absolutely no reason why this Hot Toys figure should be that expensive. It just is, and in fact, the prices should be coming down because they just released a Amazing Spider-Man 2.0 figure from the first Andrew Garfield movie, where he's got that weird-looking Spider-Man suit, but it's upgraded with all these extra things, and so it really shouldn't be that expensive. But I just have not been able to find one.
I don't want to get back on that topic, but he really is underappreciated.
Meh.
I liked him as Spider-Man. But
meh.
again, don't want to get back on that topic. So
I
Hey,
do wanna share
Tony, how
something
much goose
before,
have you drank in the past few days?
this is the first time I'm on the first bottle.
Oh shit! You got like 7 bottles for your birthdays.
Yeah, I don't want to lose feeling in my limbs. So
Wait,
But-
before you get started though, Tony, I do want to share something. I saw this come up, and I'm hoping I can find one at Toylanta.
is it a man to love you?
The fuck?
No, I got.
I
you
feel like you could easily find it at Toylanta. I feel.
Why is that Megatron?
It's not. It's a ramen toy like tank.
Oh yeah, I told you about these like
But it has
last year.
it has the G2 Megatron color scheme.
That's hilarious. I bet that's $400 though.
So I'm kind of hoping I get to.
Because if it's
Find one
scaled
of
for a
those
6-inch
there.
figure, Johnny, that thing's gonna be.
No, it's
It-
for three and three quarters.
It said 6-inch scale.
Oh snap! It does. Oh, that's gonna be massive. Yeah.
You're welcome. So that's
Yeah,
gonna be every bit of.
He's done like 3 versions of that tank.
It's gonna be every bit of what? Probably 15 inches long.
Yeah, it'd probably be smaller than the Ecto 1.
The HasLab Ecto.
Yeah,
How long is that? 17.
that's a great question. I don't know exactly how long it is. It's fucking long though. It's the shelf it's sitting on is 36, so it's at least probably about 17, 18 inches.
Because it looks like it's almost 3/4.
Can
of
you
that
go up there
shell.
and give us a measurement just for scale?
I mean, I can whip it out, but we might get blocked.
That's the joke. Hold on a minute. So we're talking.
It's not like they're gonna catch it on camera.
That's how fast I move it.
HasLab Ecto 1 length is 22 inches. Good God.
Shoot,
Chris, you're an animal. So 22 inches.
I keep the ladies happy.
So the tank's got to
Yeah.
be every bit of 18 to 20 inches. It's got to be. Because ramen toy stuff is oversized for the most part, other than mask. They're scaled
This
for
thing is
regular mask.
$250.
Huh?
It's $250 for this thing.
So let's see. So ramen toys.
Yeah, look, see if this only has a measurement of how big that thing is.
Oh, so it's funny because with the cast tonight, Rebel Girl brought up a really good point. It's 22 inches long.
Oh, so same as Ecto. It's fucking
Yeah.
big.
You called that. So she brought up a really good point. She's like, you guys are probably, there's going to be a lot of talk, a lot of information, probably a lot of opinions that go along with what we're about to talk about with Big Bad Toy Store. And she goes, why don't you email them, tell them you had a cast, give them the link to the cast, and tell them, hey, would you guys like to get a rep on to talk about some of our questions?
Did you do that?
I did not.
Oh.
I literally
you
talked to her
told
an hour ago.
I was
you were being
literally shocked if he did.
I literally thought it was gonna be like, so I did that, and here is so and so.
No, it was literally like an hour ago. But I'm just saying, she made that point, and I'm like, you know what? That's a good point. Maybe for next week, next Tuesday, maybe that's what we try to do is get one of those guys on to kind of answer to some of the things we're going to bring up tonight. I was hoping the chat would be a little more lively. Maybe it's too early, but
well,
so
if that's the case, and we'll have plenty of time to kind of post that, so we can get people in the chat, let them know, hey, we're going to be on at 8:00. If you have questions to Big Bad Toy Store about this, here's your chance to talk to them.
Yeah, that might be something good to
don't be a
advertise.
dick.
Right. But it's a good time to advertise. But so anyway, let's go ahead and reel it back in for a second. So here was my thing. I didn't know this was even something they were doing, but evidently I shared a link for third-party Transformers, and Johnny and I must be the only two that follow the group because nobody in the Turtle Shack could see it.
Because nobody fucking cares about trannies.
Well, there you go.
I mean, Transformers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we've got some people. So Big Bad Toy Store apparently gives the option to take that item and directly send it to CAS for grading.
Really?
That's your option. Like there's an option on there that you can do CAS graded. So that means either it's got to be one of two things. I'm thinking either A, they send the item off, or B, they've already sent a set amount of these figures off to be graded, right? They came back, and those are the ones that they're selling to the public, meaning like if you want a graded one, I can get a graded one. Now, here's my only beef with that. Not my only beef, but one of my beefs with that. And I'll open the floor in a minute because I'm sure there's lots of things, because I have lots of things I was thinking about at the same time. So when you send a really great quality vintage toy,
right,
and you get an 80 or an 85, you kind of know an 85 or an 85 plus is about as good as it's ever going to get, because there's just no way for a toy that's vintage to pull a 90. It's just almost never going to happen, even brand new in the plastic, because they look at stuff like the paint, the way it was applied. Is it really flawless? Case in point, brand new wing nut and screw loose in a package. The package was not the best. I opened it. They graded it. It got an 85, and it's in an acrylic. By all rights and purposes, that's a brand new toy, right?
You'd think so.
The bubble wasn't yellowed out. There was literally not one issue with that toy that I could come up with, and it only got an 85. Why didn't it get a 90? Why didn't it get a 95? So my point being, if you bought, and it's an Optimus Prime, I think it is, or some shit. If you bought that toy and you bought a graded one, are you going to get an 85 or a 90? Or are they going to try to sell you something that was an 80 and say, oh, it came back an 80 or something like that? I mean, how do you know what you're going to get?
So I guess the question I would have on that, right? Because some of these, now I know the times I've dealt with CAS, right?
Mm.
You pay to get it graded. Now there are other companies that the price changes depending on the grade and what you actually owe them for the procedure.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Which to me is shady as fuck. Like, you're going to charge me more because they got a higher grade? Like, that doesn't make sense, but they definitely do that. Is Big Bad doing it? Is like, oh, we're going to send out, and you're going to pay higher price for a graded that comes back 90. You know what I mean? Or are you just paying the higher grading fee that you would pay if you just sent it to them yourself? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, then I would see a problem. I can see where there could be some issue. Like, are they sending it off? What if you want a 90 and you're like, guess what you paid for, but what you get back comes out to be an 85, but you paid the price for a 90. Right? Like, I don't know how Big Bad's actually setting that shit up.
I'm kind of worried. Like, here's the thing, because CAS, I mean, we've been having some issues with them, like not just myself, but other collectors that have submitted stuff, and it's weird how things get graded through them, how it comes back, and lately it's been coming back later and later, and it's weird how it comes back at a 7.5 or an 8. You know, when you look at it and honestly you're wholeheartedly feeling like this should be a 9. And it's to the point where I'm almost like willing to even spend the money to get something sent to CAS, have them graded, get it back, kind of record everything, photograph, document it all, break the acrylic, send it to AFA, and see how that comes out compared to the.
But see, so this is where my thought on grading is bullshit. That is just bullshit comes from, right? Because people have done exactly what you said, Johnny, over the years, even sending it back to the exact same company and getting a different grade, right? Like grading is all, for the most part, there's like they have like guidelines, but a lot of it's subjective. Like how the person looking at it, how they're feeling that day. I think the only way you're gonna start getting actual good, where you say, "Oh, that's a legitimate grade," and, one of the most commonly graded things right now is Pokemon cards, right? So just as an example,
Mhm.
to
No, you're not
guarantee
wrong,
that
it
that
is.
right, I was saying, but to guarantee that like that Pikachu is that grade is AI. Having a computer set up that does the scans, that everything's down to the micrometer. You know what I mean? Like the things that I can't see, or because Jimbo at the fucking grading factory didn't get laid last night, so now he's in a bad mood, or he had a couple too many drinks. Like there's just too many human variables, like too much chance for human error when it comes to grading, that I don't believe grading to be valuable at all. I think it's all just a smoke show, fucking damn near money laundering. Like it means nothing, and there's like, I guess because there's no standard, and there's no set guideline. Like it has to follow this to get this grade. It just depends on what their own fucking standards are and what they feel like.
And I do
I mean,
understand what Chris is saying, because it's part of the reason I don't get things graded. Because I've seen some wild stories online where, and I think you said the same, something similar, Tony, where you opened up a package that had never been opened of a toy, and the package was a little bit damaged on the back, so you decide to open it. But then that grade came back lower than it should have been, considering the toy had never been removed from packaging.
correct.
And the package wasn't damaged where the toy was. So the fact that it came back lower doesn't make any sense. And even before you told that story, I had all these, like, I've read on Reddit, all these people that have sent things out for grading, and they get back grades that are significantly less than what they think they should be. It's like, I just opened this thing, or I had the company open it, and then they tell me it's an 8 when it should be a 9 or a 9.5, right? So I don't know. It's kind of what scares me off of grading, because it is so subjective.
Because I mean, I even remember I was at SuperCon down in South Florida years ago, and yeah,
Supercar.
there was a guy there for a grading company. I don't know which company it was. I'm going to assume, just because they do a lot of the Florida shows, would be CAS, but I can't guarantee it was them. This was years ago. But he was telling a guy there that was trying to get comic books graded. He's like, "Oh, if you want your comic books to get graded the highest grade, you have to bag them, then bag and board them. Because if your book touches the cardboard, you're going to start losing, because it messes it up, and your grades fall instantly because it touched cardboard. You have to bag it, then put the bag inside of a bag and cardboard to keep it straight." And I'm like, that's just like, I don't get it. Like, oh, you want to say, like, you pull it out and the ink gets a little smut. Like, if it's the right card, that shouldn't be fucking happening. But it's just weird. Like, they get real picky about certain things. They make up their own rules as to what equates to what. It's a lot of I won't say shady, but like I said, it's a lot of human error possible in grading.
Can we take a second? I don't want to cut off what we're doing right now, but people, if you're out there, speak up, man. You guys are dead out there. It's quiet, and I see 2 people watching, so say something, even if it's wrong. No, I gotta go with Wheezy on it, man.
You
I don't know.
scared somebody away. Like, damn, he called me out. I'm out of here.
I just
fucking left.
I find it crazy, and I would like to know, like, the logistics and how they're going to make that work. That Big Bad is either selling or having the item graded and then shipping it to you. And apparently, this has been going on. I don't know. I didn't even know this was a thing, but somebody in one of the groups, because again, it was a third party, excuse me, Transformers group, and they were like, "Oh, I didn't know they did this," and then somebody went, "Yeah, they've been doing this for a while." I never knew this was an option.
I mean,
So-
it's probably it makes sense just because there's that option on Big Bad Toy Store to pay a little bit more for a collector grade, right?
Sure.
Like, get a better looking box, a better looking,
And I've
package,
paid
so-
for that, but I've never seen the option for graded. I always get collector's grade because I like my boxes. But then my other thought process would be, okay, well, if it is an option where it's like, you can pay for grading or whatever and you can get a graded item. Again, what's the difference in price? I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you paying to have that done? And then again, what grade do you get? There's so many questions. There's so many variables.
So I guess the benefit you would have, right? And this is the only way I could see anybody trying to justify buying something from Big Bad and having them send it to CAS. Because I would assume that unless Big Bad has like numbers showing like, oh, this item will definitely get a bunch of graded orders, they're not going to send a bunch of shit to CAS to get graded, right?
Hold on, Chris. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm going to show you
Oh, fine.
something. Hang on.
Oh,
I answered my own question, but I feel like everybody should see it.
okay.
So this came up again. I don't know if it's just for this particular item because it is a exclusive, right? I didn't look anything else up, and I will in a second. So you see that, right? You can see my screen.
Yep.
So CAS graded 121.99. If you can read in the fine print, it says guaranteed 90 or better.
So then, yeah, then that would mean either they're going to send it off, and if it gets under 90, which this is going to worry me, if it gets under 90, they're just going to refund you your money or send another one. Like, that's weird, right? And I'm not saying they're doing this, right? So please, people, don't take my words as oh, this is what's going on. But the optimistic in me, what do you want to say? Optimistic, the person in me who doesn't, whatever. The fucking person who doesn't trust people tells me to be worried that Big Bad to be like, hey, CAS, here's a couple extra bucks. Just make sure it's at least a 90. You know what I mean? And maybe it's not really 90s.
And that is not a bad thought in your head, dude. I'm not saying
they're not saying they're doing that, but that'd be my concern.
But I mean, it fits along with what you've already said, right? How the process is very subjective. So if they were to do that and slip them extra money to say, hey, call this a 90, who's going to say anything about it?
Right.
Nobody's going to break it. What are they going to do? Right.
What's your proof going to be? I'm going to break it open, send it to another company. They're going to grade it lower. But then what if they, we looked at different, when you shipped it a little different,
yeah. So it's like, even if they were doing that, you couldn't catch them.
Right.
I'm going to, for the sake of the test, I'm going to order this.
How much is it just normal without CAS?
Standard sold out. Mint was okay. So standard was $44.64 and that sold out. Mint is $46.99. Pro is $49.99. Don't know what the fucking issue is there. And then graded is $121.
So I'm assuming that Pro is going to be like their collector quality box, right? The higher level that you can get the better box.
But it's a simple
$50.
Simple box. Like you went to Target, this guy would be on shelf.
So I mean, I'll tell you honestly, I don't know how big that box is.
Small.
Obviously, it's small.
Yeah, look at the toy.
What class is the toy?
It's like 6.7 inch, I think.
Okay.
So that tells me nothing when it comes to Transformers.
So it's gonna be one of those standard
deluxe size. It's not even
gonna be that big. It's gonna be the standard like Wind Charger or Brawn or one of the smaller bots.
It's like $47.
Yeah.
So part of this is where my original point before Tony brought this up and stopped me was that I was kind of saying like I don't know why somebody would buy something from CA or from Big Bad to have them send to CAS.
Storing your thing while you're logging in.
Well, you can't see my password. I don't care.
Yeah,
okay.
But you see the last 4 of your credit card.
Well, rob me, I guess.
So, like I was saying, I can't understand
Yeah.
why somebody would buy something from Big Bad and then have them send it and pay Big Bad for the CAS grading. And if I bought it myself and sent it to CAS, because you would assume that Big Bad has to do some type of upcharge to make money off of the grading process,
Ooh.
right? They're offering it. Like there'd be, even if it's a 20% markup, like you'd think there'd be a markup. But let me finish my goddamn thought. So
it's weird how that works out, isn't it?
So you'd think that there would be a markup, but the price that you just showed was $50 for the Transformer, $121.99 for the graded version, which will put it at what, like a $71 grading. And when I did the turtles, I think I paid like $85 to get each of those turtles graded. So it's like it's not really an insane grading. I don't think they're even marking up grading, at least from Big Bad's side. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That's what my curiosity was with the whole Big Bad doing. Like, why would you do that?
Like, they're probably the CAS is probably giving it to them cheaper to get more business because they figure if someone were to get something graded, they're probably going to return to getting it graded again. Like, okay,
yeah, but they're probably
perfectly fine.
Offering them.
Oh, go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
Okay, they're probably offering them that rate on a basis of sales. So let's say it's going to be a quarter. Like they go through a sales quarter. And they're like, the anticipation is this is bringing them more business.
So,
okay, so here's the other thing to keep in mind. Sorry to interrupt you guys. Collector Archive Services is owned by Ross Barr Managing. So you have Ross Barr, who's a managing member and a co-owner, pro wrestler Matt Cardona, Big Bad Toy Store, and Altered Reality Entertainment. They own CAS. So that's also part of it. Big Bad Toy Store is a partial owner.
Who the fuck did Matt Cardona buying? CAS has been around forever before Matt Cardona was a thing.
No. 2025 is when the sale just went through.
Oh, okay. So, but like, God damn it, you fucking screwed my mind up. I had something. It was there. It's gone. But
yeah, it says that Matt Cardona actually attempted to buy it himself. But then he brought in Big Bad Toy Store and then Altered Reality Entertainment. And then they brought in Ross Barr to manage the whole thing. And so he owns a small share of it. So Matt Cardona and Big Bad Toy Store own the majority of it.
So now that is interesting because Tony, you okay? You frozen?
Yeah, I'm listening. No, I'm reading and I'm listening.
A few months ago, probably about half a year ago, when I picked up my turtles from CAS, I believe we were in the Tampa show. That's where I picked it up. And I remember a guy had walked up and Buddy who was manning it. I guess he said it was the owner of the fan, but whatever. But the guy who's normally there, he walked away. So I was talking to one of the guys who walked up, who was just asking questions. And he's like, "Oh, do you guys sell this stuff like they had on display to show off what they do?" And when the CAS rep walked up, he's like, "No, we don't sell anything. This is all our own personal stuff. Because if we sold it, that would be an issue that we're buying things, getting it graded to sell. That would like be a conflict of interest. So we don't do that. We just do grading. We don't actually grade and sell." I was like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." But now knowing that Big Bad owns it, that's kind of exactly what they'd be doing. And that seems even more shady. I like Matt Cardona. He seems like a good guy. I don't think he'd be into shadiness, but it just seems kind of shady.
It also depends on when you talk, like when you had that interaction, because we don't know when the sale went through. It could have been pre-sale, right?
Oh, yeah, it may have been. This was last year. I don't remember. It was a Tampa show last year.
Yeah.
But
Johnny, it says you're sharing a presentation. Can you share it or close it? Or
yeah. So one thing I did want to say, like, all right, so I was just pulling it up to see the price of this Prime. Dude, this is a Voyager class for $47.
Why can't I not see it?
Shipping.
Oh, I see it. I see a Transformer on my screen.
I see it small, but I don't see it on the big screen to the left.
Oh, so I see it on the big screen here.
This sale went through.
Now all I see is Tony's face and the screen.
There we go.
We're gone.
6.7 inch, so Voyager class for $47, and it doesn't even look that great. Jesus.
But I mean,
I
it's a
ordered it anyway.
Transformer.
I
Huh?
did it for science.
You ordered one?
I ordered one graded for science.
But I mean, so Big Bad gets a
This
deal
one?
on it because Big Bad gets the deal on it because they own it, right? But it's still, as a consumer, you're not. Doesn't seem like you're paying any more for buying it through Big Bad to get it. And if you're guaranteed a 90, I mean that's great for, I guess, your pretend value. Still, I would still be worried that they're just going to say even the shittier ones are guaranteed to be 90s, and it just is what it is.
I'm
really
literally
quick, wanna
ordering
say
it
hello
just
to
to
Tell me,
Adam.
I'm with you. I'm gonna pour me another one.
Yeah.
I'm literally
Um,
ordering it just to order it. I know that if it comes in at 90, and I paid $121, so I'll put it up for 150, and it probably won't sell,
No.
even if it's graded.
Nah.
But I will
Even at
just,
a 90.
Oh
I'll
shit! I
just
didn't notice
fucking quit
Adam's
on
here.
it.
What's going on, Adam?
I'll hang on to it. Eventually somebody
Yeah.
will think it's worth buying. It'll sell out. Maybe I don't
I
fucking
mean,
know. but-
eventually it'll get old, and people will be like, "Oh, that's that's that old one that came out a couple years ago, right?" And then it'll sell.
Okay.
So I went to check if they had anything else that they could do that with. So I clicked. Well, you guys saw. I just clicked on a random toy, and that did not come up with the CAS grading option. So it is obviously not for all items. It's specific to whatever they choose to do it with.
Yeah. So directly from their press release, this happened in November. So if the conversation you had was before November, Chris, it was the previous ownership layout.
Okay.
But their press release about it on November 6th says that Collector Archive Services is a leader in collectible grading, preservation, and custom display solutions, and today announced the close of a highly successful investment round. So it wasn't a full sale, it was an investment round featuring 3 new strategic partners. The first of which is Big Bad Toy Store. Then you have Altered Reality Entertainment and professional wrestler and collector Matt Cardona. And it was done to unite 3 major forces in the collecting world: e-commerce, live fan experiences, and influencer reach. So Altered Reality Entertainment, when I looked them up, they are a Massachusetts-based company known for pop culture conventions like Rhode Island Comic Con, and all they do is set up conventions. And so it really seems like Big Bad Toy Store was kind of leading the way on this grading, but this all happened in November, which could explain the slowdown in how things were graded. Because I know Tony has talked on here before about how it took forever to get things, and they said that he didn't send things when he did, and it had been like all a cluster. But it says that Big Bad Toy Store is a leading online retailer for mint condition collectibles that serves collectors worldwide. Their renowned collector grade offerings, items hand selected from manufacturer shipments to ensure top condition, align perfectly with CAS's mission to preserve pristine examples for display and long-term value. And so that's kind of why they made the investment. They made the investment,
Okay.
Big Bad Toy Store did, to do this.
So I'm on the Big Bad website. They now have a link for CAS graded. So you can now sort by items that they deem worthy or that they deem they can get a high grade from CAS. Now they've got a little bit of everybody: Marvel, Star Wars, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Motu, Thundercats, DC, Street Fighter, Shigwarts, or SH Figwarts, whatever it is.
Yep.
Hendroid series. I don't know what that is.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
Yeah, Hemorrhoid series. Funko, NECA, Figma, and Wrestling. So
Basically, all the highly collectible.
so I clicked on Transformers just for the fuck of it.
Of course, you did.
When you click on it, are somebody sharing?
Yep.
You.
No, it's not me,
I
it's
am.
Johnny.
I got you, dude.
So looking at this, you literally can click on a Transformer that you can find in the store sitting on the shelf in Target, and it's automatically going to be graded, and they're going to guarantee you a grade 90 plus.
But is this
These are
Johnny?
all they're commons. Everything here is a common Transformer.
No, but Johnny, the way you went through to get this, is this the specific CAA ones?
Mhm.
Yeah. This right here.
Okay.
You had to click on the link for CAS, and this is what comes up underneath. And most of these are they're common shelf warmers. Maybe not the GI Joes, because they only have so many of those on shelf usually. There's only one or two that ever really shelf warm that bad. But the Transformers, I can 100% point out which ones are shelf warmers.
Well, it's kind of the same with the Star Wars, because a lot of these are actually
And so I wonder,
fairly common, and I guess, and they would fall in that realm of shelf warming.
So you guys tell me what you think. Since we know, this is going to sound terrible, but we're pretty much assuming that CAS and Big Bad Toy Store are embedded with each other.
Not assuming, it's true. I read.
He owns it. That's what John just spent the past 5 minutes reading.
Largest investor in CAS.
Okay,
Boringly.
so with that being said, you've got a stack of slow movers, right? That don't really move at your store. But if you can turn around and guarantee somebody I can give you a high grade on that, how many of these do you think people buy just because they know they can get a high grade on it?
Oh, you probably up your sales for sure.
Yeah.
Which then still makes me worry. Are they just going to force feed high grades that aren't actually high grades just to make those sales?
Because
I hope they don't. I hope good business practice, they won't do that. Like I said, I'm not saying they are, but that's the concern in my head as a consumer, is that could be a possibility.
So I can tell you that I would probably, just because it's only $120 or whatever,
Wrestling.
I'd probably snag a Skeletor, knowing he's going to be a 90 plus or whatever. I'd probably get a Skeletor just because I like Skeletor.
Logan Paul sucks. Seth Rollins sucks. CM Punk.
Okay, calm down.
I'm just like, you guys get what I'm saying though? Like,
If there was an invisible John Cena, I would order that.
I've got one.
Yeah, the invisible John Cena, I would order it.
You're not going to order Invisible John Cena and then pay another $70 to have it graded. Don't give me that.
What's under Funko, Johnny? I'm just curious.
That's very.
That's interesting. That's all it is for NECA.
Yeah, it's very limited on NECA.
So here's case in point.
But that if you saw G.I. Joe, there was a lot of those in there.
But they don't move very well, in my opinion, from what I've seen.
That could
No,
be.
they don't.
This is the most common shit Funkos ever, but you're telling me I can get a high graded one. I think they're moving.
It's still a turd.
No,
Whether
I
it's a
get
high
it.
grade turd or not. You know,
I'm not saying
But
it's
it's
not. But
graded
what I'm
high.
saying is, I almost wonder if they're polishing turds to sell.
I have a feeling that's kind of what they're doing.
Like I'm
Now,
ordering
the
the one.
exception
I
is-
should've just got a Skeletor, but I'm ordering the Optimus just because I'm like, fuck it, let's see what he comes in and what he looks like. But
What's really weird about that though is like SH Figure Arts. A lot of these, I mean, the reason the reason they're sought after is because they're highly posable, you know. And so, why would you get it graded then?
Well,
That's
because
the weird
people
part.
are sick and like to keep them in box, like somebody we know.
I don't know why that had to be part of the problem, but
That's the
Well,
problem.
because it is. But look at this. This is like a pretty.
I like to think I'm a good person.
You're a great
long
person,
list of
Tony.
Joes.
Don't take that. Don't let me take that away from you. You're an amazing person, Tony.
Goddamn right I am.
Big silver booger and all. We love you, man.
I'm what Jesus would have wanted.
Your nose has holes like Jesus' hands.
Jesus Christ.
It's just so he could run faster.
This is fucking aerodynamics 101.
Like
All right,
this
so here we go.
Honestly, who would want this to get it graded in the first place? I'm like,
Okay, all right. Just to answer your question, this is how I think ridiculous some of this shit is. So I just clicked on the Marvel link, right?
Right.
And Venom shows up. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. Let's see. I clicked on it just to see how much it would be. Right there. The one.
Which one? This one or the?
Nope. Up.
66.99.
The first one that comes out. Yep. Click it. Sold out.
Huh.
What the fuck happened? Oh,
But click on the Johnny. Click on it again.
Here?
Yep. 85 or better. It's not a 90.
Yeah, because as the stock goes down, they can't guarantee.
so yeah. So right there, what that means is that either they know they have boxes that are kind of messed up, right? That aren't going to get 90s, but they're going to sell them. So
But
they're going to
that's
give you
my
that.
point. That this is leftover
Wait.
stock.
All of these are sold out though.
Okay, but it's leftover stock. That's what this sounds like.
Here we go.
90 or better.
174.
Well, they probably have a bunch of those in stock. They can pull out the 90s.
Yeah, no, for sure, absolutely. They'll purposely do that and then grab the best ones. So basically, the ones that you would normally pay like $3 more to get the collector grade sent to your house with a pristine box, the better boxes, you're sending those to get graded if you want to grade it. That's what they're doing.
How is ROM like sold out? Really? It's not
Because
even that
Pixel
great
Dan
of a
fucking
figure.
loves them, and people now know what ROM is.
Hey, Weez.
Yeah.
Oh, Alexiard. Is that Ghostbusters?
Yes, that's the Lego
Okay,
Ghostbusters guy.
that's like
He said he's
Ghostbusters.
having
Okay.
some trouble with his Ethernet, but I told him we'll try and get him on next week, and he can hop in
Okay.
and shoot the shit with us.
I was trying to see who it was. All right,
Yep.
cool.
Okay, so this is on sale. Huh.
Not if you
And
grade it
sold
though. Oh. But see, like I'm with Alexiard about never got into graded stuff. I've told you guys several times that the only reason I got those turtles graded wasn't necessarily for the grade because I don't give a shit about the grade. I just wanted the nice acrylic cases to keep them safe.
Then why don't you just pay for archiving? It would have been cheaper.
I didn't know that was a fucking option. Thanks for telling me now. Could have saved me some money.
You should have saved yourself some money.
Well, I mean, honestly, it shouldn't have made a difference. Like, they're still putting the same box on it. Like, all you're doing is looking at it and telling me if it's flawed. Like, there's really no extra service to make it much of a difference in price. That also
Actually, it
adds
does
to the
make- if you look
shadiness
up-
of what they got going on.
If you look up the difference, if you just want to archive for protection, just do that. Just get the archive service.
Okay.
You'll save yourself time and money.
One more time for the peanut gallery that's not paying attention. I did not know that was a thing until you just spit it out your mouth 30 seconds ago. So don't tell me what to do in the past. No, but what I'm saying is that
Captain Hindsight here, telling you to
Did you say what to do in the past?
yeah. So what I'm saying though is that when it comes down to that, if it's the same acrylic cases, then all I'm paying extra for, which I don't know what the price difference would be, is for them to tell me, oh, it's flawed, and then this is the grade. Like that adds to the legit shadiness that I feel some consumers have. Like, oh, you can just put an acrylic for $60, but if you want it graded, here's an extra 25 that you have to get charged, so we can tell you it's flawed. Like, that seems kind of like just fucking look at it. You're gonna look at it anyways and say, oh, look, we're building the case around it. Oh, look, there's a flaw. Here's a grade. Like, that's weird.
This one right off the bat, it's saying 90 or better.
They're so stupid, man.
They look good in acrylic, though.
No, I know. I'm back here looking at I'm looking at Star Wars and I'm looking at everybody. Every time I click on it to go to the graded part, it always says sold out. And I'm like, that's all this was. This was a way to dump dead stock.
It's brilliant when you think about it. If you have a bunch of peg warmers, it's killing your business because you're not moving it.
I mean,
to get
think about it like this. In all reality, Shellhead, Mr. Tony, you purchased a bunch of, granted it's vintage, but a bunch of vintage turtles, right?
Oh, this one's
And
saying
some of like the more common ones that people really don't give a shit about. But you got them carded, and what did you do?
Yeah, I got it graded.
Exactly. And then they sold because they're
Sure.
graded.
I'm not denouncing that. I'm looking at
It's really the same thing. So I mean, it's a great idea for those things.
I don't know why in my heart I feel like it's devious to collectors, but it's really not. I guess it's devious to those that are naive and won't stop to realize what they're purchasing. Maybe they have more money than sense. Does that make sense?
The devious to me is the fact that they own the company. That's the devious part. If Big Bad was just giving you the option to they had just an agreement worked out. Hey, you buy from Big Bad, you can have it shipped to us. We'll take care of it for you. It seems a little shady, but okay. But the fact that Big Bad owns CAS, that's a lot of inside dealing. And that to me is devious. I could be completely wrong. I'm just my feelings.
I don't know. If you look at,
I don't want to be like, people be like, oh my God, they said this, and it gets back and like, oh, defamation. I'm not saying they're doing it. It's just where my consumer mind would be worried. Those would be my concerns about doing that.
Well, here's the thing. Like, even Tony, like, you and I have both expressed issues and concerns with CAS in dealing with them. And so it kind of makes me wonder. It kind of makes me wonder if those same issues would happen if you're ordering from Big Bad Toy Store and having that grading service.
Here's my new.
Hold on. I don't want anything to blow up here. So to be more specific to what John and I are discussing.
So
miscommunications, turnaround times, lost and found product or what have you. Little things that can be explained in more detail should they need to be. I do not want this to be taken out of context. And like Chris said, I don't want a defamation of character here or we're talking bad about a company. I'm not. Okay. They've been cordial with me. Right. But there are concerns that I've had and I don't like the way they've been handled. That's all.
So my question that I would now have for
somebody, if you get me drunk, I get curious.
So my question I'd have for somebody who recently sent stuff into CAS on their own, not through Big Bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it took my figures 4 or 5 months to get done. Yours, I think, were there for even longer at one point. Now I wonder, because like Psycho said, when this whole thing happened, it could have been part of the reason why yours took longer, right? Because there's a change of ownership, little hiccups here and there, things, whatever.
Sure.
But now I wonder if you're going to run into people waiting even longer, because CAS is from South Florida, right? And they did all the local conventions and a lot of the in the really big conventions, but they didn't get like around the entire country.
Sure.
People you see their online presence and send stuff in, but now having a straight through Big Bad, which is arguably the biggest toy collectible online retailer, are those wait times for stuff going to increase even more?
I think the wait times for the stuff that is not coming from Big Bad Toy Store will absolutely increase because they will prioritize the stuff being sent by Big Bad Toy Store.
Which makes sense.
Unless of course they've doubled their workforce, which I doubt.
Which they have not.
Yes.
So to Psycho's point, I want to touch on something really quick. So they claim a 90-day turnaround, right? If I give them something 90 days from check-in, not 90 days from when I hand it to them. Here's my problem. It took them 30 days to check in my item. I gave you my product at a show. 30 days later, you checked it in. So that means my product sat wherever they decided to put it for 30 days until they checked it in
the guy's car. For 30 days.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know how they handle it down there. I've never been. But for 30 days...
3 months for me.
What?
3 months for me. We checked them in at that same show last year in Tampa at the fairgrounds. I didn't get my products checked in charge till 3 months later.
So I wonder, so 3 months. There's supposed to be... Hold on. Chris, hold on. There's supposed to be a 90-day turnaround from check-in. Here's my problem with any of that. If I have to if I'm going to wait 5 months, tell me it's going to be 5 months. Don't tell me from whatever. and then it's not the timeline you even come up with. And then I have a bigger problem with this. They offer this promo. They email it to people who are part of their, because you have to join their group, right? They're fucking mailing us, whatever, their email thing. When I get an email that
I got
says,
that email.
send us your product
30
now, you'll get
days.
it back in 30 days. Well, hold the fuck up. Where's my product that I haven't gotten back yet, and you're sending out an advertisement telling people to get it back in 30 days? 30 fucking days. You've
It's
had
weird.
my shit for 60.
And it's weird because I would think when I sent mine in, right? Because it's not a commonly sized item, right? Those turtles from NECA, they're from 2008. Like it's
22
not,
inches, man. That's big. Yeah.
but it's not something that people get done all the time,
Psycho.
right? Like it's not something that people get graded at all times. But vintage
Right.
turtles get graded like crazy. So
They
you
do
think that
them
they
all
would,
the time. They're not anything special.
right? You think that they have like a just over exaggeration, obviously, but a warehouse full of acrylic already made for
At least
turtle
100
size.
pre-mades ready to go.
Just
Yeah.
all right, yep, get it going. You'd think, maybe not, but you'd think. Like there's the holdup that Jimbo, who's doing the grading, maybe he needed a vacation, and maybe he had an eye infection. He couldn't see what the fucking, what's going on. Like how many people they have grading? Like who knows?
I've never been unhappy with the way they place the product in the acrylics, whether loose or otherwise. In fact, actually, if you guys want, I'll show you. I got 2 loose items, which the only reason I did them. I don't always do something to make money on it. I literally did this just to see what they would come out like. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. You guys keep talking.
So while he's gone, I had a problem with one of my CAS graded turtles I got, right? And it's not like an issue with the grading. It's not an issue with the general acrylic, nothing like that. But I saw the exact same issue on one of Tony's graded vintage turtles he got. And it's that when they put it in, they put like a piece of acrylic across the top of it to hold it in place. Mine is that top piece is crooked, and it's visibly crooked, and it's visibly crooked on one of Tony's. Like you think if I'm paying $70 to $80 to get this graded, at least make sure when you put it in the goddamn case that everything is lined up straight. You know what I mean? Like it seems like would be a logical thing to do, not just let slanty eye Joe fucking just paste that shit down as he pleases.
Now,
So this
before you start, I do want to say though, something I noticed last year when we were at Retro Toy Con and CAS, their table, they also offered acrylics that were designed to fit set figures. So like
you mean AFA?
If you collect like remember the Kingdom and Earthrise and Siege, how they had the square, but then they were slanted.
Yeah.
They had acrylic cases that you can slide your figure in, close the top on it, and there you go. Your figure's protected in that. They had different ones as well for Black Series. They had ones for
a very commonly collected thing. Makes sense.
The vintage bubble, like carded bubble. Those. They had ones that were meant to fit those, and even had the hole in it for like the hook, the peg hooks.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think that's something that was pretty neat. And I was kind of wondering why, CAS didn't offer that. And, the guy really couldn't give me a clear thing just about the cost of doing the acrylic, to do
so
that.
Who had those cases that you're talking about? Because originally you said CAS had it. AFA.
Yeah, AFA. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah, because originally you said CAS, Tony, Johnny. And then Tony's like, AFA? Like, no, CAS. Then he continued. I was like, all right. I was trying to follow along.
So this is the Leo I had done loose.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Okay. $30 hardhead Leo I bought, complete, sent it off, had them put in the acrylic. I like carded turtles. I love turtles, period, but I love carded vintage turtles when they're acrylics. I like this better than the carded turtles in the acrylics.
Okay.
now this is still in the thing, and I could pop this open. You guys could see the acrylic, more clear. But I like this better. I think this gives you a better visualization of the character. I like the way they set it up. It's not small, so it's got nice representation, right? Because they put the file card in there. Now, not all of them are going to have the file card. I don't know why they didn't do it for Wingnut, which I'll show you in a second. Wingnut got an 85 plus. Why would a character brand new in the plastic, like I said, Psycho, not get a 90? You can't tell, but it's just Wingnut and Screw Loose. And he's in the plastic. That's why you're getting so much reflection, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
85
Gustavo,
plus.
what's going on, brother?
Okay. 2 different acrylic. The way they did it.
On the does it say on the certificate what was the reasoning behind?
None of mine tell me why they got
You've
the lower
got a
grade they
hold
got.
on. They all tell you something. It's real hard to read it, Johnny, but an 85.6.
It tells you that they
know
have
what?
like a
Because it's
basic
loose, it doesn't
breakdown of
say
like the
anything.
different things, but they don't tell you like, oh, you have this breakage here, like the reason why the lower grade.
Well, because it's loose, they don't tell you anything. So that's fucking stupid. Grade is an 85 plus. Real grade is an 88.6. 88.6. You're going to tell me this brand new figure out of the fucking plastic had some kind of imperfection that kept it from being a 90. It's brand new.
We lost Chris.
I don't think we ever had him, truthfully.
But that's, I mean, and that's part of the reason why, because when you first told me about that, Tony,
Y'all can kiss my ass. You didn't lose me.
I had only, read things on Reddit about some of the experiences people had, but I had been legitimately considering sending in that Hyrule Edition 3DS XL to be graded, but I'm hesitant because I don't want to spend a bunch of money and then get back a low grade, even though the goddamn thing has never been removed from the box, that the shipping box is. So you have the thing in the box, inside a box, and then that box is in another box that was shipped in. And it's never been taken out of any of that stuff. So it should come back as a perfect grade, but I don't want to spend that money and not get it back that way.
So
Here,
go ahead.
now Tony, you're looking at it, and I'm looking at mine here, and I'm trying to understand what the full grading is. So, like it says C90. I'm assuming that means card.
Mm-hmm.
This says B85.
The bubble.
Okay. It says figure 90.
Yeah.
Then it says Y. What the fuck is Y?
That I don't know.
It says Y 88.9. But then my
Yellowing?
grade, I think it'd be yellowing, yeah. So it's barely yellowed.
There's no yellow in
It's
this thing.
barely faded, is what it's saying.
Turn it to us, Chris. So I can tell you right now, just looking at it from here, it looks like there's tinge.
There's who? Minge?
Tinge.
Tinge in the
I was
clear
gonna say, bro, there's no minge on a turtle. Okay, calm down. Like,
and that's
whoa.
how we got canceled finally.
Listen, don't get me wrong. Like, it looks awesome. What did you get? 85 plus after everything?
85 plus on this one, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm
So-
not mad at that grade. I'm just trying to understand.
But
how
I
they
can see
actually-
what they're saying with the tinge. I can see it in the camera.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong button. Like,
That made it look like more tinge.
I just see it from this. Okay, that's even worse.
I'm saying is the lighting is, you know what
Move
I mean?
your
Like,
beard away.
but
Listen, I don't want to harp on it, but like just to give you an idea, this being a 75, when I got this, I bought this from Alex, right? Toy Show Alex. I didn't expect this to be anything good. I literally just picked up his complete Leonardo and said, I'm going to get it graded. So a played with, worn condition Leonardo, got a 75. Got a 75, but a not played with, this is my argument, a not played with in the card got an 85 plus. So all this tells me because I can wait until they do their deal, right? Where they
It
charge
could
you
be
less
an
to grade them.
86.
What?
It could be an 86.
What this tells me is, okay, I've seen plenty of them for sale. I can buy a shit ton of loose, complete, very nice condition, turtles, and don't spend the money on the carded and just get those graded and have this nice ass acrylic to sell to somebody.
So, Tony, here's my question to you. You said that was you got it from Alex. It was played with, right?
Yep.
So, what'd you do? Like piece together the weapons?
No, he had everything.
What kind of kid plays with the turtle and not take the weapons off? What a
Well, when I was a
psychopath.
kid, I only played with the fucking main weapons they had because they didn't have anything else in the fucking cartoon.
Psychopath. Got you. I don't know. When I was a kid, I ripped all the fucking weapons off the little fucking tree thing. They all came off.
I'm just saying
them,
that I
but
had
they
mentioned
came
this.
off.
I mentioned this before to you guys that loose complete turtles are very, very, very inexpensive, right? Unless they're a very sought after figure like a scratch or something like that. For the most part, loose complete turtles are $50 or less. Most cases they're $20. Apparently, there was a guy in Toylanta last year selling complete loose turtles for $15 a piece. Okay. If they're good condition, meaning the tight joints and shit, I'd have bought them all. And now knowing that, I would probably have a full box of them and send those fucking things off to get graded and let them come back in an acrylic because I've got my fair share of carded acrylic, right? To me, as a true collector, this for me, for some reason, is more appealing than the card. And I love card art, but this is different. And it's kind of cool to put on a table. This is kind of shit you would almost gift somebody. You know what I mean?
I
If they're a
don't.
turtle collector.
I guess my problem right now, right? The first one you had was Leonardo.
What the hell's jiggling around? Yeah.
So I don't know about the Leonardo. I mean, it looks cool as far as being better than the card art. I don't, or the carded version. I don't know if I agree. But that wingnut, I think the reason I like the way that wingnut looks is because his wings are like spread out. Like you see everything, and it's a much better presentation for wingnut because of mainly because of the wings, right?
Sure. Yeah, I get it.
I don't know about Leonardo. I would say, I have to see it in person. I did see it in person. It looked great in person. I just don't know if I prefer it over the carded graded look. But the question I guess I would have, and if you don't want to discuss on the cast because it's inside baseball, that's perfectly fine. But what the hell is a reasonable price that you'd be getting for a loose graded turtle versus what you pay?
I don't care. I don't care about sharing.
The profit margin on that? Like
this isn't inside baseball, so I don't give a shit.
Okay.
So just wingnut and screw loose. Just to let you know, a wingnut and screw loose mint on card unpunched is never gonna see past $150.
Okay.
It's just not. It's wingnut and screw loose. He's not a character that people give a shit about. Does that make sense?
Yes.
He's not a Muckman. He's not a Mutagen Man. He's not a Baxter Stockman. He's just a supporting character that came out. I literally did this to see what he would look like in the acrylic.
It looks good.
And I paid $69. I paid $69 to get him graded, plus the $30 I think I paid for him on the card. So I'm $100 into him. Call it.
Right.
I'm going to turn around and ask $150 for him because at the end of the day, it is a graded, high grade, nice piece, look good on somebody's shelf. And because he's graded in an acrylic, somebody is automatically going to assume he's worth more money.
Tony, acknowledge that, please.
I will. She sent me a message earlier. We love you, Mama. Thank you. So I'm not making a ton of money on it. I didn't expect to. I did this just to do it. Leo is a different story. Brothers anything are worth money. Okay? Again, I paid like $20 for him, paid the $69 to get him done. I will probably put $200 on it because it is still original 10-back Leonardo with his card. Looks good. May not sell for that. Somebody might offer me $160, $170 or less. That's okay. Go ahead.
So you just said something, and that doing it like that comes my question.
Mm-hmm.
Original 10-back Leonardo.
How do you know based on this?
Yeah.
That's a great question. You don't. Other than, I think it says it on the thing. I can't read it, but I think on the in the thing it says 10 back.
Well, which is that. All right. So I guess the question, like, you got it from Alex. You got those things all together. But what would be stopping me from just tracking down the weapons, a carded cutout? You know what I mean? And then be like, oh, here's an original 10-back Leo when it's the reproduction that came out a year later. Like, I don't remember if they're stamped with the production year on them or if they all have like the 87.
So you can't. The reproduction turtles do not have anywhere near the same quality of the originals.
No. I don't mean like the reproductions that just came out. I mean like, so the turtles, 2 years later, they redid those turtles to get them back on the shelf.
44 backs.
Right. And it's the same quality. That's what I'm talking about. Those turtles, not the ones that came out 2-3 years ago.
So I don't know that you could. So I mean, it's a great point, but
I'm finding a new hustle. That's all.
No, I don't know that would come up with this.
But I don't know that they would write 10 back on it unless they somehow were sure that it was right. Like,
so I'm curious how to tell.
Tony had part of it when he sent it in, I believe. Right? You had.
Oh, you know what? Look at his ass.
I can't remember what
on the turtle's ass. They usually have like 88, like the copyright information stamped on them. So I'm wondering if the ones that came out in 92, like when they re-released that mold, if they adjusted the stamp, because then that would be the tell, right?
So you have 88, 89 on the back of their shell.
That would be back. That'd be the original 10 backs, most likely.
Should be, but it also doesn't mean it's. All right, so you have the 10 backs that came out, right?
I'm listening. I'm just killing my video for a minute.
You're fine. So you have the initial 10 backs, right? You have the brothers. You have the I'm sorry. I apologize. Shredder, Foot Soldier, Bebop, Rocksteady,
Splinter.
Bebop, Rocksteady. I'm sorry. 4 brothers. Yeah, that's right. 4 brothers. Splinter in April. That's the 10 backs. So you have the original 10 backs. Then what happened a year later, because people missed out, right? First run hit, sold out in seconds, had to replace them. Then you came out with, they're not 44 backs. I think they're called 14 backs or 14 backs. Yeah. Because you had all those 10 backs. The 10 backs were on there, but you had
Baxter,
Krang,
Jones, Krang.
You had Krang, Baxter. That brought us up to 12. And then you had
Foot Soldier.
Genghis. What?
Didn't you have the Foot Soldier?
I already mentioned that.
Okay. Yeah, that's on the 10 back.
The 10 back. Yeah.
You had Genghis. Oh, fuck. I want to say you had Genghis and A-Stuck. I want to say, fuck, where's my figures?
All right, so
on the wall around you.
I know. I want to say you had Genghis and A-Stuck, and so you had Genghis, A-Stuck, Baxter, and Krang, and those were the additional 4 to make the 14 back. After that, we graduated to the I think the 44 back. I think, because by then it exploded, and now you had everybody.
So I just grabbed these 2 off of my shelf, and they're both stamped with 88, right? But they are also both soft heads. So that would obviously be the originals across.
Yeah, they're 88
board.
soft heads. Yeah.
Now I know there's different types of soft heads, depending on where they were made, how hard or how soft their heads are.
Yes, and then you have Michelangelo can be a soft head with or without beaded. Now the beaded is typically a fan club Mikey, which I have a fan club Mikey, but he is not a beaded fan club Mikey. So it's not always the case. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just laying down knowledge while we're talking.
What do you mean beaded? Continue. I'm listening.
Beaded nunchucks. So you have the nunchuck. You have the nunchucks, and you know how all the Mikey's just
Either
have this
straight
wire,
rope
right?
or little beads. Yes.
Correct. It looks like, like butt beads, but it's supposed to be a chain.
Yeah.
And so if you have I have Fan Club Mikey, but it's standard Fan Club Mikey, right?
Yeah.
If it was, and he's like $350 with a shitty card. If you have Fan Club Mikey with the bead, he's $650 all day long.
So does CAS grade? Will they grade like a figure lot? Because I think it would be cool to have an open figure lot of all the original soft heads and have all 4 brothers in one.
They will. Yes. Yes, they will absolutely do they've shown it before. They'll do a collage of the 4 figures and they'll grade it based on that. And I agree. I think it looks cool. Even though it's not a high grade, I like this. I really do like this. I think it's cool. I've got some really nice graded carded turtles. I got 2-3 sets of them for myself. I've got a Slash that is purple belt, yellow belly, red S slash. So like the most rare one or whatever. His card is fucked. And I mean fucked. But he is not. His bubble's not even yellowed. So I'd like to get him removed and do this with him. But for my personal collection,
Yes.
not to sell. I've got a yellow belly Slash just loose over here behind me that if anybody's got a Slash with accessories they want to part with, that's all I need. I've got his belt, like I've got the good belt. It's purple with the yellow S, but I don't have weapons for him.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do reproductions. I just need a Slash with weapons, a yellow belly Slash because he's kind of loose in his joints. I just need a good yellow belly Slash to put my belt on with a set of accessories and then get him graded.
Yeah. I have a Scratch, but I'm missing the
Me too.
The fish gun.
I'm missing all his accessories, so you are ahead of me.
I have all of them except for the fish gun. And
I'd give you $500 for the accessories you have.
No, not gonna happen.
And you'd be right to say no.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'd love to have the soft heads and not to open up old wounds with Chris because he didn't do this on purpose. Like he didn't do it to me, if that makes sense. Like I'm not blaming him or anything else.
I would blame him.
But when I was in college up here in Gainesville, Chris was in South Florida, and I found this guy who had like a toy warehouse that he was getting rid of like old toys. He said vintage toys. And this was back in like 2007, 2008. And I messaged him like, hey, do you have any like Ninja Turtle stuff? He's like, well, I deal with like older things like from the 50s and the 60s, but let me get back to you. And then he got back to me a couple days later. He's like, yeah, I got this bag of Ninja Turtle stuff if you're interested. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to see if my friend can go by and take a look at what they are. And I was like, hey, Chris, this guy says he's got some Ninja Turtle stuff. Can you go take a look for me and see what there is? And then when I heard back from Chris, he went, and the guy had all the soft heads with the belts and the weapons, and Chris picked them all up, and I did not, I was not able to get them. But it's not, like I said, Chris.
First of all, that's not how it went at all. But yes, sure.
I mean,
Ooh,
that's
this is escalating. This is hot.
I mean,
that is
again,
not how it went at all.
I mean,
How did it go then?
yes, how did
No.
it go?
I'm
It
gonna be right
was-
back. I don't know if you want to talk about that right now or let me put my stuff down. I'll be back.
No.
It was
definitely.
literally-
Let's hear this.
It was literally a message. Hey, I found a guy who's got a bunch of turtle stuff. You should go there and check it out. Because Psycho and I were doing this thing where we were buying lots,
Yes.
and then we would sit there and we would
Yeah.
help each other build our collections, right? And find stuff and help each other out and this and that. So there was no speculation as to what he had. It was just he had a bunch of turtle stuff.
Yes.
Very cool. I'll go check it out. So I went there, checked it out, saw he had a bunch of turtle shit, and I bought the turtle shit he had. And he had some. I didn't even know they were soft heads when I bought them. There's just a bunch of bags full of turtles. The original cartoon trading cards.
Yeah.
Like sealed in package trading card, the whole fucking display. And I went and bought that stuff. And at that time, Psycho didn't say he wanted because he was in Gainesville. He's like, nope, I went and bought the shit. And that was it. Like, okay, cool. It was never the, oh, we're going to split this. Oh, find me this. It was literally, hey, I found a guy who's selling this stuff. Go check it out. So I went and checked it out and I bought some shit. If it was literally "Oh, go check it out for me," I would have picked it up for Psycho, and he would have soft head turtles.
I
Because
mean,
I'm not a dick.
and I'm not gonna argue with him. I will say that's not the way I remember it. And I was actually like, I kept all my old conversations. I was that guy who would have conversations online and save that shit as a Word document so that people couldn't say they didn't say something later. So I do have that Word document somewhere where I can go back and prove exactly what was said, but I'm not going to go dig that up and pull it out.
I mean,
but I could. I have burnt CDs that are just hundreds of documents labeled by day, year, and subject. So
I'm not worried.
Ugh.
The last
Maybe
time
I'll
I
just
was
get horny
worried.
randomly.
What?
Is it random? I'm always.
But no, I got on that because I thought it would be cool to have all the soft heads displayed together, whether it was just the four brothers or whether it was all the soft heads that were released originally. It would be cool to have them in an acrylic case that were displayed in a nice way.
So I just checked all my soft heads are all 88. I think this is Morocco.
So okay, so there is
Morocco.
I'm glad you said that. So those are thought to be worth more because the argument is the original production plant is in what is it? It's not Morocco. What is it called?
No, Macau. Macao. Macau.
Yeah.
Macau?
So it's said to say that the original production plant is there. It's not been confirmed. It's not been validated. So it's one of those turtle urban legends at the point, right? Like at the moment. Nobody has ever confirmed that that's the original.
Fett. You know
what?
Like that Boba Fett, like where people thought like they got production ones. There were only prototype ones that had the rocket, the rocket line.
Well, you have J channel and you have S channel rocket firing Boba Fett's. And then my backpack has jets because I'm Boba the Fett. Anyway, all right. That's terrible. But I have Bebop and Rocksteady. I have the Foot Soldier unpunched, all three of them. I have Shredder unpunched, my personal collection. All 4 10-backs. My Leo's soft head, his plastic is breaking. And now, seeing what they can do for loose ones, I'll probably take him down and go get him graded because his poor card is, it got a crack and it's disintegrating. They don't last. It sucks, but
don't forget, if you find a decent 10-back Shredder for me, pick it up.
So I don't think I have 2.
Do you want
I've got to look in?
Huh? Do you want a carded one, Johnny?
That's what he wants. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Scott to sign it for me.
So I'm gonna look and see. I do have a bin behind me on the floor that may have another 10-back Shredder. I gotta look because typically what happens is when I come across those, I've been saving them for myself. Plus the set I bought from Chris.
And then you forget you have it.
Yes. And then I have additionals that I sell. But listen, 10-backs, you can never go wrong. If you come across a 10-back, I don't care if you have 5, 6, 7 Raphaels. I just bought another Mikey, Leo, and Donnie. I bought them. I got a great deal off eBay. The sold prices were great. They're hard heads. I don't care. Their fucking cards look good. The guy put them in a plastic thing and he sold them. I got them, all 3 of them. They're coming. You cannot have enough of those because those are the ones whoever's even listen, people who are getting into the Turtles, right? They're like, I remember these as a kid. I want the vintage ones. They're buying as soon as they learn what 10-backs are. That's what they're buying. They're buying 10-backs. They don't care if they're soft. They don't care if they're hard. They just want the original 10 figures they had as a kid.
So
yeah, that's what she said.
if you have some turtle figures on card, if they're vintage figures, is it better to just put them in acrylic, like to have them acrylic, like Johnny said, for preservation? Or if you're going to go that route, should you just have them graded and be done with it?
So you don't have to do either. You can actually buy the UV protectant cases from Zolo World, which I have done.
I've
Shut
heard
your
bad
mouth.
things about those cases.
That
Though.
doesn't have to be Zoa World. My collection is in the UV protectant cases. Okay? It keeps the card back straight. You can't damage it. You can drop it, fling it across the room. It's not going to damage it. That's so weird the way you're doing that.
But it's so much
acrylics-
nicer than a Zolo World case. I like Zolo World cases. I've had them. You bought a bunch off me that were in Zolo World cases. But a nice acrylic case is
It
a lot
looks-
better than a Zolo World case.
It looks good, but it does not provide any more UV protection than a Zola World case.
So I only ask that because
It's physical protection.
years ago, I think I told you this before. Years ago, I bought my dad the 4 original Star Trek Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
And I bought them for him because he loves Star Trek. He liked Ninja Turtles. When he saw them, he was really excited about it. And I was able to buy all 4 of them carded, and the cards were in great shape for $50.
That's a fucking steal.
Yes, I mean, but we're talking 20 years easily, right?
Sure, steal. It's a great steal.
Yeah. But my dad has kept those wrapped up where they can't hit anything because he doesn't want to mess them up. And I'm thinking,
He can't see them. though.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, he can't really see them. And so I'm thinking, listening to you guys, should I just maybe send them in and have each one of them done? Maybe they'll do them together. And if I were to have them put in acrylic, is it better to just get an acrylicing, or do I pay the extra and have them graded just because? You know what
So
I mean?
you've got a couple options, right? So you can spend the $360 to have them graded, and I haven't seen them, so I can't even give you an estimate about what they might come up to tell you whether or not it's worth it, right?
Yeah.
You can have them. You can order Zola World, not even Zola World. You can go to eBay and buy them, but you can order Zola World. Let's just call them Zola World cases.
Yep.
Get 4 of them. They don't cost that much. Your dad can pop them in there, and he gets to look at them, and they're protected. Or you turn around and get them all popped open if the cards are bad, and you get them put in an all-in-one or even individual loose acrylics, and he's got something nice to display, which might be a nice gift from you to have them done.
That's what I'm thinking. Because I
Yeah,
know
save them for Christmas and be like, hey, Dad, surprise. Here's your set. But I would tell you before anything else, if the card backs are decent, just get yourself some plastic Zola World cases to make them look good in, keeps the card back straight, and he can put a hole punch in it and put it on the wall if he wants to.
Okay.
I would get them graded if they're that nice.
I know my dad has some old Ninja Turtle figures that he bought when I was a kid that he never let me open, and he never opened, that are still on cards, but I don't know what they are. I know one of them's in April he bought. He's got, I think,
So depending on the April Psycho, I'd buy it from you.
yeah, like I said, I don't know what it is because I haven't seen it, but I know it was in a case. It was, I don't know, back in like 2001, 2002, when my dad was remodeling his room. It was the last time I saw this stuff. There was an April. There were a couple of figures from the movie line, and I don't remember what they were. I don't think they were the Turtles, but there were a couple figures from the movie line.
So if it's not the brothers, they're not really worth anything.
Yeah.
Other than the variant of Razar. He's the only one that has a variant that anybody cares about. There's 2 versions of Toka. There's 2 versions of Razar. I would tell you that with the April, the one I've always been searching for, and I've yet to find her at a price that made sense, is no stripe April. I'll take her even if she has a fucked up card, because I'll do exactly what I did with Leo. I'll take her off the card. I'll send her in and have her graded just on a card, just to have her in the acrylic. She's absolutely the hardest one by far because she was the first wave, first year. Yep, he's shaking his head because he knows. First wave, first year.
Yeah, I had
They
her.
put her out. And if you didn't get her, then you got Blue Stripe April.
Yep.
She was the next one. She's common. You can buy her for $30-$40. Orange Stripe April, $30-$40. Every fucking April they make $30-$40. $25 for the one where she's got a wig and weird shit going on. I don't know what the hell is going on with her, but Streetwalker April, I guess is the way to call her. But yeah, the very, very first one, first 10 back, first year April is the most expensive by far, and she averages anywhere from 300 and down.
The only two things that I know of that my dad has that I think might be worth money, one of them I'm fairly certain is he's got an original G1 Bumblebee on the little card that it came on.
It depends which Bumblebee it is, because it could be Cliff Jumper Bumblebee.
It's the yellow one. It's Bumblebee. Because my dad loves Volkswagen. So anything Volkswagen Beetle he ever sees, he buys and collects.
Does it look like a bug, or does it look like the squarish looking bug?
It's been so long since I've seen it, Tony. I don't remember. It was very clearly a Volkswagen Beetle, but
I just tell you, because if it's the one that just looks like a Volt, you can't mistake it. It looks like a Volkswagen bug. That's regular Bumblebee. It's a nice piece, but it's a regular Bumblebee. Yeah. But not to say it's not worth anything. It definitely is. But if it's they call it yellow Cliff Jumper. So if it's the Cliff Jumper looking car, but it's yellow, that's worth a shit ton.
And then the other thing is, I know that you probably don't know anything about this, but it was because you don't like Ghostbusters. My dad bought the Ghostbusters Volkswagen Beetle that they put out.
That is a praying mantis.
Yes.
Yes.
And so my dad has that. That's never been removed from the box.
That's pricey too. It's a couple $100.
Really? The Highway Haunter, is it really still?
Yeah, like, dude, I'd get that.
Bro, I was buying those for, maybe after COVID, I was buying those loose for $5 a piece.
Loose. You're not buying him in his box. I'm telling you, get that one graded.
Okay.
That I would get graded.
Yeah, but
anything. Honestly, anything real Ghostbusters, right? Isn't that the line?
Yeah, real Ghostbusters.
Nope. Was that Kenner?
Yep.
So anything real Ghostbusters, I would push you to have graded.
Okay.
I don't care if I used to have, as a kid, I had was it Touchdown Tombstone? Was that his name?
Yeah, the football player.
You turn him over and he opened up and he yeah.
So just to give you guys an idea, on eBay right now, Highway Haunter is only reaching $100-$120.
Inbox?
Yeah, inbox, yeah.
Like I said, I don't care. I don't think my dad would ever sell the stuff. I know for him, Volkswagens are his thing. So anytime we saw anything Volkswagen, he was buying it. And then I wasn't allowed to touch it. He never opened it. And that was kind of
I feel like your dad and I would get along, which means you'd have like no, connection with him anymore.
You probably would. I mean, my dad and you could definitely talk Volkswagens. So
that'd be cool. I'll tell him to hit me up one day if he's bored and wants to talk to a real son.
All right, Highway Haunter isn't. Highway Haunter over $100 in box, but nothing like insane anymore.
I'd get it graded if I were you.
Okay,
it won't hurt it, right? It won't go down in value if you get it graded, but also grading's fake value. So
I feel like Ghostbusters is one of those things. I'm not a huge person, right, with to do it, but I think Ghostbusters, especially real Ghostbusters, it was Truffy, seriously? I feel like it's one of those things that
seriously,
it had a great following. I watched it as a kid. It was great.
Yeah.
But I didn't care enough to buy the toys. And I think that those toys are becoming less and less available. And so it's not going to hurt you to have that item graded. Turtles, as much as it sucks, I hate to say this, but vintage Turtles, some of those figures, like Ray Fillet, you can buy a carded mint Ray Fillet unpunched for $40. And I get them graded and I charge $200. And it's like, that's astronomical for Ray Fillet.
I mean, I love Ghostbusters. I don't know if real Ghostbusters is as uncommon as you are making it out to be, but it doesn't hurt it to get it done, right? Because if anything, I think the next lines to really start jumping off when it comes to like the popularity of that would be real Ghostbusters, and then the Kenner Alien and Predators. A lot of people don't grade those things, and I think you start getting those graded, and the Ghost. I think that's a good move. They're just not at that rarity yet.
He might be right. I don't know enough.
Wouldn't it make sense to start grading, like if you could find them, because I know they were already rare to begin with, but like the Extreme Ghostbuster toys?
Which ones were those?
the ones that they did like in the early, I don't know, it was like 98, 99. It was Extreme Ghostbusters where it was.
That
So you
the kid in
had
the
Winston
wheelchair?
and Egon were
Yes.
over. You had the guy in the
I like
wheelchair.
that show.
It was good. Yeah, I like it too.
I actually like that show. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I know
because
the
those were rare.
boys-
If you could find the prototype, because they never released the guy in the wheelchair. Like some got released, like the prototypes and shit. If you can get fucking the guy in the wheelchair, that's money.
They really should have.
But I mean, I know that they had
Wow.
they had a whole bunch of ghosts for that line.
But
But the
the
line
ones that people usually look for are the actual busters. I never looked into the actual ghosts to see like what they actually go for. But the busters are some of the more
Truffy.
sought after because they're the more
It's
the-
fucking
the-
cat.
they're the difference. You know what I mean? Ghost is a ghost, but the difference, the new busters.
yeah.
But yeah, I think Alien and Predator though are kind of the ones that right now, especially coming up, are gonna be the ones to really focus on finding minting card,
Come on,
possibly
walk
getting
in.
graded, are the Kenner Alien and Predator stuff. And then after that would probably be even Terminator. You first start finding the carded Terminator stuff, it's still relatively cheap. You start finding that type of shit now and getting it graded, I think you'll be setting yourself up for potential money, not crazy money, but a decent investment
So,
in the future.
I don't disagree with you, man. It's so stupid, but I
I
started
think
looking
people
at
just
like,
get tired of turtles, to be completely honest.
well,
Honestly, I want the Terminator play set where it's like you put the skeleton.
we talked about this already. Yeah.
Oh, the skin,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Play-Doh
the
skin.
one was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as a kid, I used to buy, because I didn't have a lot of money, right? Like I would like get allowances, so I would buy the like you could buy a pack of Play-Dohs for like $6, and it was like this tiny little containers. So I would
Yeah, just like that. Woo!
take the Play-Doh and make my own exoskeleton on my small Terminator endoskeleton that I had. I'd make him a guy, and I'd be like, "Oh, he's getting hit by I'd have a Wolverine. I'd be like, he's getting slashed by Wolverine," and so I could take the Play-Doh off of him.
That's
And I was 35 years old doing this. No, but no, it's really cool. So I get both their points. Like I like RoboCop. I'm not in love with RoboCop, but I like the movies. And so I was looking for something to latch onto, and I started looking at the vintage RoboCop toy line. And the line is just some of the pieces, not all of them. Most of them are very affordable, but some of the pieces I'm just like, I'm not paying that. I'm not enough of a collector to buy that one particular piece for that amount of money.
But like,
And it's usually it's the car, or I bought Ed 209 for $5 on clearance as a kid, and now he's $100.
I have a couple of those figures. They're super beat up. The only one that's in good shape is one you had to mail away for, which is the glow in the dark RoboCop. Where one of his arms is a freaking Gatling gun and the other one has a shield on it but can hold his regular gun, and he's just
That sounds like RoboCop 3.
I mean, it was one of the toys. I don't remember what it was from, but it was
That sounds like 3. Did it
I
have
have
a jetpack?
no, it had the stupid caps thing on his back. You put
Huh.
the caps in and you pull the metal thing down, and it made it sound like he was
So
Like he was shooting?
yeah.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like 3.
is it the second or third RoboCop where he I love it. I don't know why. I love that fucking part where Lewis, she gets there's a car crash and they get caught up, and then she's worried about the gang. It's called the Splatterpunks. Is that the third one or the second one? It's got to be the third.
I haven't seen RoboCop probably since I was a kid. So
He drops down in the car and then he blows the roof up, and he
think
pushes
that is
out
in
of it.
3.
And is it 3?
I think that is in 3.
Hmm.
I don't know, because I remember in 2 he was dealing with that one guy who was an
The
addict.
nuke guy, yeah.
Yeah,
but
I don't recall.
So I guess
seeing-
my thought is obviously everybody grades Turtles, Star Wars, like the big
We're
franchise.
dialing
right?
back in to grading. Good.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying, man.
You
But,
tried.
So everybody grades the big franchises, the obvious collectibles. But
Sure.
then people obviously also grade all the really obscure shit. So like the I would imagine if you had like packaged um Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, you get those graded, right? Like if you have like a lot of those really obscure toy lines, you get those graded. I think now it's come to the point where a lot of the middle of the lane toy lines are going to be the ones that are people are going after because
Because you
they're
don't
either
see
going to
them.
be they're either going to be burnt out on the Turtles, Star Wars, and Motu, right? Because you can get them fucking everywhere. It's flooded with that merchandise.
You're right.
Or the fucking, like I said, the Killer Tomatoes skyrocketing in price, like insane prices for those. So the kind of obscure but kind of mainstream, that middle ground toy lines, I think those are going to be the go-to now for collectors, and that's where you start grading them. The
They-
police
they didn't
academies, the
produce enough of
RoboCops,
the Killer Tomatoes.
Terminators, Aliens, Predators, that type of shit.
They didn't produce enough of the Killer Tomatoes. You're right, but you're missing the point of like production, right? So Killer Tomatoes didn't make a lot of. Turtles were saturated in the market.
As I was saying, you have the two ends, right? You have the oversaturated and the barely out there that people get graded. Now it's time for the middle, the one that was just there, that's not oversaturated, but it's not undersaturated. It's that middle ground.
I'm gonna call it
Skeleton
Batman.
Warriors.
Skeleton Wars would be a good one.
I'm gonna say Kenner Batman's.
You still buy those for a dime a dozen, can't you? Like
You can.
There's still a bit on that oversaturated side, but yeah, if you can find it carded, nice carded.
But see, there
That
it's
is where the rarity comes
oversaturated,
in.
but at the same time, you have that the Batman effect, right? Because it's Batman.
Yeah.
You're right.
Batman.
You're right. Oh my god, Psycho, don't do that. But it is the value of
But
Batman.
it was good.
I didn't know what the hell Psycho said. I didn't hear him.
Listen, I'm gonna throw this out there real quick. It's real. It's gonna be a bad impression because that's how bad it was. 3 shows ago, Chris might recall this. We were at Florida Toy Show. We had an end cap, and we're sitting there with our booth, and a fucking 4'11" Christian Bale Batman walks up to me with a mustache, and he goes, "How you doing, Batman? I'd like to help you out with a little advertising." And I was like, holy shit, this is so fucking bad. It's fattening. And he was just like,
Dude,
you remember that?
like
Anybody?
I do.
like this, but then
He
put on a
wanted-
turtle suit.
But like he wanted to charge Toady
Yes.
money for pictures to help advertise.
It was so fucking bad. My kid, Gianna, remembers it to this day that I remember. I'm like, hey, Gianna, maybe I can help you do a little advertising. And she goes, oh my God, Dad, it's the shitty Batman. And I'm like,
But like it's weird.
Yes.
We're going off of this way because like that guy came around.
sorry.
But like at those shows, there's that other guy that walks around usually dressed as Captain America, and he has a woman with him who's usually Wonder Woman.
That was
Right?
Captain Bulgaria.
Jesus Christ, no. But with
I'm
those
adorable.
two,
Sorry.
the costumes look great. They're average sized human beings. Like there's, and they actually look really good. But that Batman, man, that Batman was, whew, holy crap! It was like if
so
the
bad.
Penguin height put on a Batman suit.
It's true. He was so fucking small, and I'm just like, oh my God, dude. Like, can you please stop talking? Just walk away, please.
And yeah, I hope he got business, but it wasn't coming from us.
Yeah, maybe by the shorter people in the community.
But
Maybe Tiny Batman can help you out with your tiny problems. But a Psycho, I'm not exaggerating. He had like the fake, really bad Christian Bale Batman voice. Like somebody trying to do Christian Bale.
Oh, yeah, he committed to the character. Like he was in.
It was like Pete Holmes doing Batman. At one point, I was
I
just
see
like,
that.
you got to be fucking with me. You have to be. There's no way you're not. Dead ass serious. I'm like,
He was at every vendor too and said the exact same fucking thing. Every vendor. I can't knock the hustle, but
I'll knock the shit out of it. But
I was just talking about Wonder Woman. My bad.
so this is good, man. It's been very productive. About the grading thing, I really do I have a lot of items I still want to. I do want to get graded. I do want to try somebody different. I want to do AFA. I don't care if it takes longer, if only because I want the quality. And I'm sorry, CAS, if you're listening to this, no offense to you guys, but you want my
Step it
feedback,
up.
I'll talk to you directly and let you know
for
why
real,
it is.
Step it up. Like, we love you guys, but step it up. We
I
see
have
you
no
guys-
problem telling you why I'm not a fan right now. And so I'm going to go to AFA. I'm going to drop off this stack of product when we go to Toylanta. And when it comes back, I'm not even going to like look for a turnaround. When it comes back, it comes back. But if it comes back to my liking, I honestly feel like I'm going to gather it up and be like, CAS, this is why I'm not going back to you. As bad as it sounds. It might have taken longer, but here's what I got in return. Because CAS, you cannot tell me and cannot boast, I'm going to give it to you in this time frame. You don't do it. What?
Okay, Joe,
That may have
kiss my Joe. I swear to God, give me the scratch. Give him the accessories. We're good. That's all I'm saying.
Message me offline because the answer is yes.
No, God damn it! I need the gun.
No, go fuck yourself, you piece
No,
of
go
shit.
fuck you.
Just give me the scratch. We're good. Give Tony the accessories. Everything's happy.
No, go fuck yourself.
Tony's
No.
like, wait, what?
I'm still in a happy marriage. I don't need to fuck myself.
Yeah, well, still.
You know what, Joe? They're all three of them are going to be fighting over this. I'm going to make this very simple and peaceful. Don't give it to any of them. Give it to me.
No. First of all, I said give it to
There's
Tony.
no
Just give me the
fight.
scratch. Give
It's
Tony
coming
the-
to
I don't need
me,
the
and you
accessories.
motherfuckers get the dividends.
I do not need accessories. I just need a scratch. Tony can have all the accessories, finish his thing, get it graded, do his thing, make it look pretty. I'm with it. I just need a scratch.
What's it worth? So no, I ain't telling you shit until I know what kind of condition it is.
That's going to vary, Joe. But it's for some
So I'll
reason,
tell you this,
it
Joe.
is-
I'll tell you.
It is
There was
inflated.
there was a piece of shit store in South Florida who had a graded loose scratch for $14,000. It's not worth that. They're just fucking stupid. But
It
That's
does
what it
command. It does command a high dollar.
not
Yeah.
14,000.
Not
No.
that, but it does. It is an expensive figure.
Listen, loose scratch by himself with no accessories. Okay. And this is a loose scratch that is not mint and beautiful. It's usually about $600 to $800. Now, if he's really fucking gorgeous, he's $1,400.
Easy.
I have a gorgeous one. He's $1,400. I promise you. That's why I need accessories. I also have Undercover Raph. If anybody's looking for Undercover Raph, $700. I'm bringing him to Toylanta. Donnie
He'll
just
sell.
got $400 without a trench coat. My Raph has a trench coat. That's why he's $700.
Yeah, he'll sell.
I hope so. He's an expensive piece, man.
But I mean, here's the thing, man. I was really excited with CAS the first time I sent something in, and it was crazy. They had that Voltron for 4 years. They messaged me. It's like, all right, we finally got it graded. It's coming. It's getting ready to ship. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just pick it up at Tampa. And then that week, when I'm going to go pick it up, oh my god! But
Motherfucker.
that week when I went to go pick him up, they sent me a message that said, "Oh, we couldn't grade this for you." I'm like, "Well, you told me it's already graded, and we're trying to get me to pay for shipping." And I said, "Nah, I'll just pick it up." What happened?
I haven't had a problem with CAS. The time was a little long, but as far as like what they did, like I said, my main complaint was just that the piece that they put on to like kind of hold the card in isn't straight, but that's just a nitpick.
And you weren't even really willing to try them until until you used that credit that I had for that.
For the first one to try it out, then I was like, oh, I got one done. I gotta get the other 3 fucking done now. Like,
Can we just like I want to acknowledge for a second. It's like I don't want like if CAS, if you're watching, we're not talking shit. Please understand that.
This is
They need to understand that we need to make it clear.
Jeff
We don't
episode
want
all over again. We're just not talking shit, but people think we are.
it's not. But if we don't say that, Chris, then it's going to be a problem. We're not talking shit, man. We're speaking from the experiences that we've had. So ultimately, CAS, if you're watching, shoot me a message. Come on board.
They watch. Well, they used to watch.
abelng@gmail.com. Shoot me a fucking message. I'll have you guys on.
Well, no. So when I did,
Boys, let's talk about it.
what we do is this: tag them in the video when it's on YouTube. Because when I got my first one done, I did like a video review of it, and they saw the video review and they gave me a credit in the store for the video review of the product when I got my first Donatello done. So they watch the videos when they're tagged in them and shit. So we'll make sure to tag them on the YouTube video.
Do a short of some kind, Chris, if you can, when you get.
You can send it to them too. There's a lot. There's a lot here for a short. I mean,
pick something.
half the episodes are short at that point for that topic.
All right, we've got
This is
9
short.
minutes. Let's go ahead and you guys ready to wrap this up, or we?
Let's wrap it up.
I got nowhere to go.
All right, cool. Well,
Yep. Well, hey, Toylanta, guys, be there.
yes, very excited, man. This weekend, Johnny's going to be set up with a lot of cool shit, a lot of blockies, a lot of really cool pieces. Grub Sport coming out of his ass, which is kind of weird place to put it. But
Those are called barnacles.
We're at C5. We're right in that middle aisle.
And Shellhead Toys, we are E9 and 10. And so we are going to have like fucking greatest Turtles, greatest Transformers. We're going to have April's Ninja News Van. You name it, we're going to have it. But we're bringing money pieces. So bring your money. We're making deals. We'll sell it to you. Let's get it out. Let's get it going.
Yeah,
But
really cool. You're actually next to Creative Realms.
there you go. Bringing heavy shit, though. We're bringing heavy.
Tony
hitters.
has no idea who that is, I think.
Nope, I don't.
And then just opposite side of you is going to be Grindhouse Toys.
So Grinder Toys. So that's going to be weird.
Yeah, Grind Your Toys.
So Grindhouse Toys does like
The World War Hell.
they do like 3 3/4 inch GI Joe scale.
Oh, they
like-
do. They're their own line, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like horror,
Yeah, I
like
saw them. They're cool.
horror apocalyptic type stuff. It's cool stuff.
No, they're cool.
I just wish
so-
they were 6-inch figures versus 3 3/4.
So actually, at Retro Toy Con, they had a booth set up with those figures, and then they had one of those little like 9-inch fucking VHS player TVs
Mhm.
playing their videos because I was like, oh fuck, my daughter wants one of those, and he was like, yeah, we can't sell that because they were playing their videos on it, which was kind of cool.
I'm surprised you didn't buy that one from that vintage store we went to.
Couldn't tell you.
Anybody else?
They had one there.
Oh, we got people watching. Like I feel like ending it now when we got the most we've had all
I mean,
day. Like
I'm not gonna crack it, but nobody else is talking either. I mean, nobody else on the chat.
That's true.
Oh, Daddy is tired. I'm gonna tell you, man. I've had insomnia the last couple days. I've been going to
cool.
bed,
So we're good till midnight then.
dude. I've been going to bed, waking up at like 2 a.m. and not falling asleep until like 5 or 6.
Alcoholism.
I wish that was the problem. It might be tonight, but not normally.
But definitely excited about Toylanta. I think there's going to be a lot of
Yeah.
hoping for a lot of sales, but also making a lot of good connections with
I
new
I agree
customer.
with you, man. I as much as I hope for the sales, which I do hope for some very big sales, I want to make connections. I want to get to physically talk to Ryan and get to have like a real connection, right? Like because we've texted, we've talked like that. But I do want to like meet him and talk to him first face to face and say, hey man, I'd like to do a podcast or come check out the shop or something, like just connect. Because like I told you before, I've spent time talking to Andy and Travis. They came by at RetroCon. I bullshitted with them for a while. And they were just like, Ryan's impossible. He's all over the place. He's very popular. People want his time. And I just want to say
Well,
hi
not
to the
only
guy.
that, like you have to kind of think about it, all the behind the scenes stuff he has to worry about and do
Sure.
as far as running that show.
He's busy as shit.
Yeah.
But I really just want 5 minutes with him to be like, hey, man, I appreciate your show. I appreciate what you do. I would love to have a podcast with you, with your team.
I think you
know?
should plan. Well, here's the thing: knowing how it all went down, like you should plan to do that Tuesday or Wednesday. Go up there early, you know, instead
when
of
I
going
get
up there
there-
Thursday when they're getting ready for the show, and then Friday it's the show happening.
Well,
Go there
that's-
like Tuesday or Wednesday when they're not as busy.
So what I'm going to probably do is message him before and say, hey, I'm getting up there Thursday. Are you going to be available? Maybe we can bullshit and talk. And see,
I think you should shoot for earlier in that week because
I
again,
can't
just
get up
because.
any earlier.
But that's the problem.
Well,
Like
early
he's gonna
that
have
week.
so
It's
much
this
to
week,
do.
dude. It's in 2 days. It's tomorrow. Like,
no, but obviously not this show. But you
You're
still
talking
have
about
retro that
RetroCon.
you're going to later on
Oh.
in this year.
I'm saying I'd like to get a hold of him for this upcoming show and be like, hey, man, if you got a minute, I'd like to talk to you.
I mean, honestly, you'll probably have a hard time doing that.
Tony, try. Don't fucking just try.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but
Shoot your shot.
There is no try. There is only do or don't do.
Touche.
but for real,
sorry, I'm
I
sorry.
think if you want to
There is
realistically,
no try. There's only do
like,
or don't do.
if you wanted to do a
Biggie-boo.
realistically episode with him, you know what I mean? Get him on the live stream and all that. You should plan to do that for like retro and go
Yeah.
there earlier in the week. That'll also give you time to go hang out at Toy Federation before they close, for that weekend.
But
So-
like, if Tony wants to get him on a cast, right? Like the ideal would be Tony's not trying to. He wants to talk to him for like 5 minutes. He's not trying to get him on a cast this week coming up. He wants to talk to him for 5 minutes, tell him his appreciation, stroke him a little bit, whatever he wants to do. I don't judge. Do your thing. But like, he just wants to do that. To sit there and try and get somebody like that on a cast, even the week of a show, is just inconsiderate for the time that they've got, right? If you're gonna do
No,
it, Tony wants
he's
to talk to
actually
the guy,
he has said he's willing to come on this cast.
I'm not saying he didn't. Like, that's not what I said. So what I'm saying is that to sit there and think that like to go up 2 days before RetroCon,
Psycho.
the man's
Pay
busy, right? So Tony wants to touch base this week if he can, and then you have an entire year between his shows to
She
set
better
up
be
something.
naked.
Like that's the way to do it. Like, not sit there and try to do it the week of a show to do a
Yeah. Is she
cast.
naked?
Like, he's not gonna have time. Like, that's just
Sorry,
that's
She's
inconsiderate.
already in bed. I'm just like, we're just saying the same thing over and over.
Oh, I keep seeing you look over and I'm like, God, I
Yeah.
hope it's his wife.
No, I'm just looking over because I got nothing to contribute. We're saying the same
So-
thing over and over and over here.
Cool. So yeah, Thursday night we are doing Collector's Hideout. Because apparently we're wrapping this up. So
I will not be there, and neither will Johnny, and I'm sorry. I apologize.
well, you're missing a good episode.
Talk about
We-
wrestling. Nobody cares.
No, actually, we're talking sequels that are better than the original.
Oh, shit, man.
If you had hung around last week, you'd know that. You didn't even watch it, you schmuck. But that's cool.
That's pretty good. I'm not gonna take that away from him. So I'm curious what sequels you're thinking.
So
On
the
Thursday-
only thing I said is that when it comes to the sequels, the only one that I'm not going to go deep into because we've done whole episodes about it is the Alien franchise.
Oh, nope. Nope.
You said no Alien and no Predator.
Nope.
Predator's not the sequel's not better than the original. That Predator's
No.
doesn't
So
count.
Alien and Aliens, right? Aliens is good because of Newt. Alien is good because that movie freaked the fuck out of you. It's like Jaws. And it took almost no scenes with the alien to do that. Aliens had to go the extra mile to scare you.
But it's you can make an argument that Aliens is better than the original Alien.
Nah.
It depends on what you're measuring it by. If you're measuring it
I
by
would make that
action
argument.
and the
If you're measuring
sci-fi
by
aspect
length
for
or by
Aliens
girth?
versus the horror aspect for Alien,
Well,
it can be
it's-
argued.
It's supposed to be length times girth times the balls aspect rate. I watched South
I
Park.
forgot the balls.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
so
watched South Park.
that's the only one that that will be mentioned, but it won't be in depth is Alien because we've done whole fucking episodes about that franchise in general. Like, there's no point in doing a whole nother episode and talking about Alien the entire time right now. This is
I'm just saying, dude, I hope you have a lot of credibility to back up these sequels because I'm telling you right now, Aliens, and that's not even my jam. That's yours.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Alien beats Aliens. What's your another one?
Tune
Terminator.
in on Thursday to find out.
Terminator 2 versus Terminator 1?
That's another one. Arguably, it can definitely be
Tell me
argued.
Jaws 2 versus Jaws 1.
No, why? Fucking Jaws 2 is trash. See, because I'm not doing Aliens, right? And the difference of Alien and Aliens is the fact that Aliens isn't a horror movie, right? So that's where you can get that argument of which one's better. Because if you have somebody who's not a horror fan, they'll prefer Aliens. If you have somebody who loves horror, they'll find Alien to be the better movie because of the different. They're so different.
Alien is more
Same
of a
thing
horror
with-
movie, in my opinion.
That's
Who?
what he just said.
Alien is a horror movie.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So if you have a horror fan, they'll most likely prefer Alien. If you have a
Yes.
sci-fi action fan, they'll prefer Aliens.
Correct. Yes.
So it could be argued as to which one's better because they're both great in their own respect.
So I feel like Aliens, the only reason you would regard that better in that perspective is because that movie had
Sci-fi
something
action.
to build off. What?
Sci-fi action galore.
Yes, and it had something to build off of. We've got this creature, and we're sci-fi characters trying to fight this creature. What the original one was, what's going on? And oh shit, it's this creature. That's horror. They were
Right.
truly scared for, like, oh, it's my life. What's happening? I'm getting killed.
Right. So like
Whatever.
what they did was that they took Alien, right, which was a horror movie. So it was like taking Jaws. But then if they did Jaws 2, but it was Sharknado, where it was just a whole bunch of sharks killing everybody, it'd be the similar thing, just good. Unlike
God,
Sharknado.
It was terrible.
It was. But the idea is that you have a horror movie and you add a bunch of them to make it a sci-fi action versus a horror. You have
Why
the
is it
same,
this has been the most interesting part of the night?
because
We argued about
Hunter's Hideout's a
graded
better
turtles,
show.
and now we're talking about Sharknado, and we're like, God damn it, give me my 10 minutes of fame.
Well, yeah,
Alright.
so Thursday night we're talking sequels that are better than the originals.
Guys, Collector's Hideout, come out. It's always a good time. It really is. I always have a blast. It's cool stuff to talk about. It's just so
There you
much
go.
good information, man. Like,
Yeah, hop on Thursday.
Thanks,
Come on,
Johnny,
dude,
for
it's a
inviting people to
great
my
show.
show, you schmuck. No, actually,
I apologize. I will be gone. John and I will both be at Toylanta. We wish you
Hey,
the best.
you know what? Don't go on the show. Don't watch it. Nobody else watches it.
no, watch
anyways.
it.
All right. So, you guys got anything else? We're out of here. Let's have a great night. I'm going to go. Anybody else?
We're good.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and cut it in 3, 2, 1. And by the way, no capes, motherfucker.